Hey everybody, welcome to week 2. So this week, the big assignment for to turn in by Sunday night at midnight is going to be the annotated bibliography final draft. At this point, you've already turned in the rough draft, and so it's just a matter of going in and getting some suggestions from peers, and then going in and deciding what you want to change to make better. So the first thing you want to do, of course, is check out the peer review questions, that document, and the annotated bibliography rubric. The reason I say this is because these are going to guide your suggestions that you give your peers. If you can't think of any feedback to give your peers, use these documents to kind of help guide you and find things, essentially find things wrong with your peers' work so that you can give them suggestions and feedback that will make their essays better. So after you review these two documents, you'll want to go ahead and click on the Annotated Bibliography Rough Draft Discussion Board. This is a link back to where you posted your rough draft. And I'm not sure if anyone's posted just yet. Yeah, it looks like there's a couple. This is only the 4th when I'm recording this video. There's a couple on here, and so let's say that we wanted to go to Kayla's and take a look at it. We'd click on it, and now your job is to, of course, open this up. I'm not going to do that here, but after you open it up, reply to her or reply to whomever you decide to talk to here, and you want to give them some feedback. You need at least 5 pieces of feedback. And normally they need to be constructive criticism, but we're not so much worried about that right now because constructive criticism usually has to do with content, and the content of this isn't necessarily going to really be a problem. It's mostly going to be formatting, or do you understand what they've provided? And so really what you're looking for here is just giving them 5 suggestions or corrections on ways to improve their essay. So if you read their annotated bibliography, so if you read one of their summaries and you don't quite understand what the what the article is about that they read, then that might be a suggestion to maybe clarify or maybe ask a few questions to kind of guide them in the right direction. But again, your job at this point, that's going to take me, let's see, let me get back to the folder real quick. Your job at this point is to read over someone's annotated bibliography rough draft and provide them with 5 pieces of feedback, whatever that might be. It could be suggestions or corrections at this point. So other than that, once you get that done, make sure you do that by Wednesday, June 8th, 2016. That'll be the Wednesday of this week. Make sure you do that by midnight. And once you provide someone else feedback, check back on Wednesday night and look at your own annotated bibliography, because most likely someone's given you feedback for what you've done. And then, of course, after you get that feedback, take a look at what you want to change, take a look at how it was received by your peers, and then think about what you want to change to improve your work. Once you've made changes, then you come down here and go ahead and submit it to the annotated bibliography final draft assignment. That one will be the one that I grade and provide you some feedback there. That way you can use it to better your essays in the future. Now, one thing you have to make sure, if you don't have feedback on your essay by Wednesday at midnight, make sure you get with me so that I can provide you some feedback, because I want to make sure everybody gets the opportunity to get some feedback. Now, if you're good and you don't feel like you need any feedback, good for you. You don't have to accept feedback, but if you feel like you need some, let me know. If you haven't already gotten some from a peer, and we'll get things worked out for you. The thing is that I'm not actually going to be reviewing the rough drafts, because I want you guys to get used to relying on each other, because you won't always have a writing professor kind of looking over your shoulder. So I want you to get used to using peers or using other people to provide you some feedback. But make sure that you at least provide one other peer with some feedback by Wednesday. Now, if you don't get it if someone doesn't necessarily choose yours to give feedback to, then of course that might be a problem. So let me know if you want feedback and if you didn't get it. Other than that, just post that feedback to your peer by Wednesday, June 8th, and make changes by the 12th at midnight and submit those final draft changes here. Other than that, that's all you have to do this week. So like I said last week, this week is much easier than week 1. We just had a lot of, we were really front-loaded with the 8-week semester. So if you have any questions, always check me out on Skype, text me, phone call me. I got a lot of questions this last week, so that's good. I appreciate that. And just keep looking out for videos and checking everything out. And as always, just ask questions if you need it. Other than that, have a good week.